just under a half mile.
Okay, so right at a half. You can call it a half. That's what promoters do.
And Mark Judet, green flag, racing here.
Off and running, 7 laps of distance, so 3.5 miles. If my math is correct, which it rarely is, we cut him loose down the back straightaway. Hard charge into the corner. This Old Mod Enduro. 5 entries as we got a rider off. Caution flag being displayed here. He's already up and throwing his hand around as we have one capsized down at turn number 4.
75 of Ken Schwartz from Sioux, Ontario, Canada.
So you just call it Sioux. All the cool people just call it Sioux, Ontario. You don't call it Sault Ste. Marie.
That's just a short version. So Sault Ste. Marie is the long version, but the locals, there's Sioux, Michigan, and then there's Sioux, Ontario.
See, this is stuff I didn't know. This is awesome. And after you said Pichet, I remember that from last year, too. So we're going to line back up here again. We did not. Well, we did score a lap into the books.
So you see Mark Judet putting a cone out here on the track. When they come back around, they cannot pass until they get past that cone.
So they have to maintain a single file formation until they come past the cone, and then the game is afoot.
Then it's game on.
So Chris Pichet's out front, the number 13, Austin Leeck, the 22, running second. Michael Tatascori, third. Fourth is Troy Dewald, and then Ken Schwartz will go to the tail of the field after his upset down in turn number 4.
And Chet, that 46, that's Tatashore is how you pronounce it.
Tatashore,
yes.
Thank you. Tatashore. So you know he mispronounces his name?
I was corrected last year, so I've been making mental notes.
Tatashore. I'm going to change that on here. My apologies to Michael. So the Enduro sleds that we're looking at here, these Old Mod Enduro, they're set up for Enduro. They're not set up for ice racing. Or... Tell me about this.
Well, it's ice racing, but they just set them up a little bit differently. Typically, these will run a little bit longer than the sprint, so they do have a little bit different setup, but they're still an ice sled.
Okay. Set down, so on the Old Mod older sleds, we still got them side by side. There's one to go from the starter stand. Again, you cannot advance position until you pass the cone down here in front of the bunker.
Green flag as Pichet was in the lead, but got taken over by Austin Leeck, that 22 sled, flying down the back straightaway, side-by-side racing as they come into turn 3.
Austin Leeck, good drive out front. 22 is going to bring him onto the front straightaway. The cone is now gone to 60. Moves into the number 2 spot. That's Troy Dewald. I would imagine he's a force to contend with no matter what he's racing.
Yeah, no matter the position, he is a hard racer, and he's going to try and run down whoever's in front of him.
So right now, that is Austin Leeck. Dewald looks around the outside, almost clipped the back bumper, getting down into turn number 3. 0 onto the front straightaway. Top 2 sleds are broken away. That howl across the line. Pichet working P3.
Austin running smooth out of turn 2 down the back straightaway, but Troy Dewald not far off his heels.
Is that deal where he can hear him behind him, I would imagine?
Yeah, Austin knows that Dewald's in this race, that he's not far behind him. So Austin definitely feels the pressure up front. He doesn't want to make any mistakes right now.
Trying to keep that hustle along down the back straightaway. It'll be 2 laps to go the next time by the starter stand out here on the front chute as Dewald continues.
Trying to make a charge there in turn 4, coming out of turn 4.
Cracks a whip on it down into turn number 1 and 2. Top 2 still out away from Pichet, who holds down P3. Tatashore back and forth, and then Schwartz rounding out the 5 sleds on the ice. But here comes Dewald down and into turn number 3 yet again.
Mark J with the white flag. Dewald has to be perfect if he's going to run down Austin Leeck. He's going to make a move down here out of turn 2, down low. Little cross-up action there. Dewald right on his heels. He has to be perfect coming into turn 3. Dewald on the bottom. Austin got a little slush there. Austin Leeck down low. It's a race to the finish. Ooh, that was a close one, Chet. But
was indeed.
Dewald picks up the win, followed by Austin, and then the number 13 of Chris Pichet. And rounding out the field, 46 of Michael Tatashore and 75 of Ken Schwartz.